When you hear the word Tai Chi, what comes to mind? Maybe you picture a group of people in the park moving very slowly. Maybe you think of relaxation, balance, or meditation. Or maybe you think that looks graceful, but is it really exercise? The interesting answer is that Tai Chi can be all of these things, but it began as a martial art. Beneath the slow, flowing appearance, the practice asks the whole body to coordinate. You shift weights, you turn, you stab, you stabilize on one leg, you guide the arms from the center, you change direction without losing balance, and depending on the style, the speed, and the depth of the stance, and the way the movements are performed, Tai Chi can feel very gentle or surprisingly demanding. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Su, and welcome to Online Dojo Workout. Today, I want to give you a practical introduction to Tai Chi, where it came from, why there are so many styles and form length, what kinds of movements show up, again and again, and how our 7 workout Tai Chi 13 course takes you from conditioning all the way to a complete sequence. Tai Chi is more accurately called Taijiquan, often translated as Grand Ultimate Feast. Its historical development is commonly associated with the Chen family martial traditions in Henan province during the late Ming and the early Qing periods. You may also hear older legends connecting the art to the Taoist figure Zhang Sanfeng. Those stories are an important part of Tai Chi culture, but the documented history is more complicated, so I think it is best to present the legendary and historical traditions separately rather than pretending every detail is settled. By the 19th century, Yan Lu Chen helped carry the art beyond the Chen village tradition. From there, different teachers and families developed recognizable approaches of their own. Tai Chi gradually spread from private martial training into public physical education, health practice, performance competition, and recreation. In 2020, UNESCO added Taijiquan to the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, recognizing that it is not merely a set of exercises, it is also a living cultural practice passed from teacher to students and adapted across communities. That long history matters because Tai Chi was never one frozen routine. It developed through lineages, regions, teaching goals, and different bodies. Some people train primarily for martial application, some emphasize health and longevity. Some develop shorter public routines. Others preserve long traditional forms. Partner work, weapons, and explosive power. So when two people say, I practice Tai Chi, they may be doing related but visibly different things. The 5 family styles most often discussed are Chen, Yan, Wu-Hao, and Sung. These descriptions are broad tendency, not rigid rules, because every style contains branches and every teacher may emphasize different details. Chen style is often recognized by spiral or silk railing actions, lower stances, changes between slow and fast movement, and occasional explosive releases of power called Fajing. Yan style is widely practiced and is often taught with large, open, continuous movement and an even pace. Wu style commonly uses a more compact frame and distinctive body alignment. Wu-Hao style is also compact and precise, with strong attention to the difference between empty and full, opening and closing, and subtle weight transfer. Song style is known for upright posture, agile stepping, and a smooth follow step quality influenced by other internal martial arts. But the styles are not separate planets. They share many underlying ideas: coordinated whole body movement, balance between softness and firmness, attention to structure, control weight transfer, and the ability to move without unnecessary tension. You will also see familiar movements across styles, things like brush knees, single whip, cloud hands, wide crane, pushes, punches, kicks, turns, and closing movement. The exact shape can change, but the general pattern is related. This is where beginners sometimes become confused. One teacher says 24 movements, another says 42, another says 85, 103, 108. So which number is correct? Potentially all of them. A Tai Chi form is a connected sequence, a Tao Lu, made of postures, transitions, repeated patterns, and changes of directions. Different systems created short forms, long forms, competition forms, beginner forms, and family forms. Even when two schools teach closely related materials, they may count differently. One school may count left and right versions separately, another may treat a transition as its own movement. Another may group several actions under one traditional posture name. That means the number is useful as a label, but it is not a perfect measure of difficulty, quality, or historical importance. A short form can still demand excellent balance and coordination. A long form may provide more repetition and variety, but it also creates a larger memory challenge. The most useful question is not which form has the best number? It is what is this sequence designed to teach, and can I practice it with improving control? Now, let's look beneath the choreography. First, Tai Chi repeatedly trains weight transfer. You learn to feel when your weight is centered, when one leg is becoming substantial, and when the other leg is becoming light enough to step. That sounds simple, but controlled weight transfer is the foundation of walking, turning, reaching, kicking, and recovering your balance. Second, Tai Chi connects the lower body, center, and upper body. The arms are not supposed to wave independently while the legs stand still. Ideally, the feet establish contact with the ground. The legs and the hips organize the shape, the torso turns, and the hands express the movement. The sequence can include pushing, pressing, pulling, guarding, punching, rising blocks, shoulder actions, palm changes, and circular transition. But the goal is coordination, not isolated arm motion. Third, it trains multiple movement qualities at the same time. There is mobility because the joints move through changing angles. There is strength and muscular endurance because the legs support the body through repeated stances. There is a balance because the center of mass keeps moving. There's coordination because the hands, eyes, torso, and feet must agree. There is memory because one action must lead to the next. And there is attention because you are constantly checking posture, direction, breathing, and control. The speed changes the training effect. Move slowly, and every wobble becomes visible. You have time to notice alignment and control. Move a little faster, and the sequence asks for smoother transitions, quicker weight transfer, and stronger recall. Lower the stances, and the legs work harder. Keep the stances higher, and the sequence becomes more accessible. Increase the range of a turn or kick, and the mobility and balance demand increases. Reduce the range, and you can still practice the pattern. That adjustability is one of Tai Chi's greatest strengths. Tai Chi is sometimes described as exercise for older adults, and it can be very valuable here. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health described Tai Chi as a practice involving slow, gentle movement, physical postures, a meditation, and controlled breathing. Research summarized by the center suggests potential benefits for balance and fall prevention in some older adult population, while also noticing that evidence differs by conditions and study quality. But Tai Chi is not only for older adults. A younger person can use deeper stances, stronger kicks, faster transitions, and longer practice rounds. And athletes can use it to work on body control and awareness. A beginner can shorten the range and slow everything down. Someone who needs more stability can practice near a chair or wall and keep both feet grounded more often. The same movement family can be scaled without losing its identity. I do want to say this carefully. Adaptable doesn't mean automatically appropriate for every person in every situation. Move within a comfortable range. Do not force painful positions. Use support when balance is uncertain. If you are recovering from an injury, living with a medical condition, pregnant, or unsure what is safe for you, speak with a qualified health professional and choose instruction appropriate to your situation. Tai Chi generally appears to have a favorable safety profile, but good judgment still matters. The purpose is not to imitate the lowest stance or highest kicks you see online. The purpose is to develop a version you can perform with control and then improve from there. The number 13 also appears in classical Tai Chi theory. Traditionally, people may use the 13 posture to describe 8 fundamental methods, often translated as ward off, roll back, press, push, pluck, split, elbow, and shoulder, together with 5 directional steps: advance, retreat, look left, gaze right, and central equilibrium. Our Tai Chi 13 series is the name of an entry-level form journey for this exercise. To make the learning manageable, the course breaks the sequence into smaller instructional segments rather than asking you to memorize everything at once. So the course title, the classical theory of 13, and the number of teaching segments should not be treated as the same counting system. Inside the sequence, you will work with movements such as weight shifting, pressing down, brush knee transitions, circular double pump push, single whip, cloud hands, knee lift and press, step forward pump push, a cross step with a high guard, a 180-degree pivot, wide crane, cross step slap kicks, side thrust kick, rising block, guarded palm transitions, both stance split palm, a covering hand turning punch, pounding mortar, a circular return, and a closing stand. It gives you stepping, turning, palms, punches, kicks, guards, and transitions, not as isolated techniques, but as one connected flow. The course contains 7 workouts. Workouts 1 through 3 focus on conditioning, while workouts 4 through 7 focus on learning and practicing the Tai Chi 13 sequence. So whether you are completely new to Tai Chi or returning after time away, I hope the Tai Chi 13 series gives you a clear place to begin. Start with the conditioning, learn the pieces, repeat the transitions, slow the sequence down when you need to. Increase the pace or range only when control is ready, and this is only the beginning. Tai Chi contains many more sequences, movement families, training methods, and styles than we can feed into one course. I have many more Tai Chi sequences I want to share here on Online Dojo Workout, so subscribe and stay tuned as the library continues to grow. I'm Dr. Michael Su. Practice with patience, move with control, and I will see you in the next workout.